coming in at around 1,600 individuals left in the wild. This may seem like a big number to some, but it's only 1/3 of what their population should be. They are also endemic to Hawaii, meaning that you can only find them here. They are born here and they don't migrate anywhere else in the entire world. Here at Sea Life Park, we have one male Hawaiian monk seal. His name is Keikoa, and Keikoa is 23 years old, born in 2002 at the Kure Atoll. This is one of those smaller islands in the Hawaiian archipelago and it's a part of the Papahanau-Mokuakea National Marine Sanctuary. The majority of the Hawaiian monk seal population can be found living in this sanctuary, with only about 30% residing in the main Hawaiian chain where people go. Now you might look at Keikoa here and think he looks a little bit lonely with no other monk seal friends, but trust me, he prefers it this way. Unlike our California sea lions, monk seals live solitary lifestyles. This is even how they get that monk part of their name. In fact, when male Hawaiian monk seals are juveniles, some of them will show something called single male aggression, which is where they like to harass the smaller seals, usually the pups. Keikoa here is no exception to this behavior, and he never really seemed to grow out of it like most do. So researchers following his development decided that bigger and better things were in store for our friend here, so they sent him off to college to California at the University of Santa Cruz. During Keikoa's time in college, he participated with researchers in a number of studies, including ones regarding metabolism for Hawaiian monk seals during important parts of their life, like their yearly molts. That's right, once per year, Hawaiian monk seals will come up onto land and shed their entire outer layer of skin and fur. You might notice this if you ever see one on the beach, or if you see a picture of one and some of its fur looks a little bit green. This is just algae that has grown, and this probably means that they're going to molt soon, since this comes off with their yearly molts. Keikoa here helped us determine how much energy it takes for Hawaiian monk seals to do this. And after 10 years of higher education, Keikoa graduated and came back home to Hawaii, where he now serves as an ambassador for his species here at Sea Life Park. But out in the wild, Keikoa had no easy life. You might notice those scars on his back and on his chest. And although Hawaiian monk seals are big animals, they are not without their predators. Those scars on his back are from cookie cutter sharks. And these are small sharks that pack a nasty bite with their razor-sharp teeth that cut perfect circular, baseball-sized chunks out of their prey. And that scar on his chest near his right flipper is believed to be from a tiger shark attack. But Keikoa's name does mean warrior, and he did not get that name for no reason. You might also notice that Keikoa's belly is a lot lighter than his back, and this is a form of camouflage known as counter shading. So if Keikoa were out in the ocean and a predator was above him, looking below, he would hopefully blend in with the depths of the ocean. And if a predator was below him, looking up, he would hopefully blend in with the light of the sky. Luckily, Keikoa here doesn't have to worry about predators anymore, or even where he gets his food from. And this could be why Keikoa is a bit on the heavier side for a male Hawaiian monk seal. In the wild, males get 300 to 400 pounds, with Keikoa being about 430 pounds. And females will get 400 to 600 pounds on that heavier side when they're having a pup. In the wild, Hawaiian monk seals will dive for their food, and they can dive up to 1,200 feet deep. They usually only have to go about 200 feet, because that's where the good stuff is, and they're known as generalist feeders, meaning they'll generally eat whatever's easiest for them. And once they find a good fish or squid or crustacean that's hiding in the sand or underneath a rock, they are able to simply open their mouth and suck it up like a vacuum, and this is called suction feeding. But how do they hold their breaths on these very long dives? Because like you and I, Keikoa does breathe air, but unlike you and I, he is able to completely deflate his lungs. And you may have noticed him opening up his nostrils as they're usually closed. They also have a higher level of hemoglobin in their blood and myoglobin in their muscles, which allow them to store more oxygen. All of these factors allow them to hold their breaths for up to 20 minutes. Although Keikoa here doesn't usually do it for quite that long. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Hawaiian monk seals are endangered and they face many threats out in the wild, from habitat loss to predation, overfishing, diseases, pollution, and on and on. But there are a few things that you and I can do to help. If you're ever lucky enough to see a wild Hawaiian monk seal lounging out on the beach, the important thing to remember is to keep a safe distance. The minimum distance for a single Hawaiian monk seal is 50 feet, and if it's a monk seal with her pup, 150 feet. There might be a border of tape and a sign reminding you of this distance, but if there's not and you're not quite sure what 50 feet looks like, you can practice what we call the rule of thumb. And we can even practice with Keikoa here. All you have to do is stick your thumb right out in front of you, turn it to the side, close one of your eyes, and try to cover Keikoa with your thumb. If you're able to do so with a wild Hawaiian monk seal, then you know you're at a safe distance. But if any part of that seal is sticking out, whether it's that cute little booper or those cute little tail flippers, that is your sign to take a few steps back. Because although they are very cute, you do not want to hear that noise from a wild Hawaiian monk seal. And if you do see any trash and are able to pick it up and throw it away during your time in Hawaii, that would be greatly appreciated, because unfortunately on an island like this, trash on the ground does lead to trash in the ocean. If you guys have any questions about Hawaiian monk seals or Keikoa, I would be more than happy to answer them. I love talking about them. And our next talk is in about 7 minutes with our California sea lions. That is going to be along this path. You take a right and go straight down to the other side of the park. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day here at Sea Life Park. Mahalo.
Good puppy. He's been trained for 10 years.